jumped over me. When I think of what it would mean to be grown up, I have an unshakable impression of going home for Christmas Eve with my wife and my infant children. There are 3 of them, and they're all equally infantile, but they're not triplets. It's snowing outside, even though it never snows on Christmas Eve in Toronto anymore. And as my parents opened the front door that I just knocked on with one of those big brass things, even though we've never had one, and obviously I don't know what it's called, the heavenly aroma of an industrial bakery licks us across the face. Through all of this, my wife is so hot. She looks like a compilation of every girl who ever wasted my time. My father hands me a cigar and gives me the good news. We're both amazing at playing the acoustic guitar. It's a Christmas miracle. Later on that evening, I'm sitting in bed with my wife, and she tells me that she will always love me and that we will never die. And that's all I ever think about when I think of having kids. How much of a failure I am that I cannot cause the world I have described here to exist. School, school, school. I've never seen a kid that happy for school. Please read this if you're a young person. Hi, author of the game. If I have any fear about putting this project out, it's that somebody who is in the midst of a difficult time growing up will see this game and think that it applies to them. I'm not going to say that I was not a lot like you. I probably was. I've struggled with feelings of anger and depression since I was very young. No more than 12 or 13 years old. I don't need to get into what the problems both causing and caused by this were and still are. I think the things that happen in this game make them pretty clear. It's also pretty clear where all of this is headed, but listen. The fact that you are young means in and of itself that you still have a lot of time to change things. That doesn't mean you're going to get everything you want, but I promise you can do a lot better than you will if you give yourself over to despair. So when you get into your late 20s and early 30s, like the protagonist in this game, and like me, that a lot of the choices you made earlier can start to come seriously into play. A lot of doors can begin to close and a lot of things start to go on without you. I've been the way that I am my entire life, but let me tell you something, it's different now. And I can see now that things will only get more difficult over even more time. In the end, that's what this game is about, an end game. Somebody whose pain has slowly risen in excess of their ability to deal with it. Somebody whose options have totally disconnected from fantasies and regrets that they can't turn away from. This game is not a game, it's a portrait. I've created it to document something that I think is human and beautiful and real, and if you appreciate that, great. That's what art is. But don't get it twisted. It's about 30-something corporate dead-ender with no youthful energy. No people his own age who haven't moved on in life that he can turn to, and no time or money left to change or undo any of those things. I don't care how effed up you think your life is, if you aren't at least 25, that ain't you. So don't you effing dare. My career passion is to not be stabbed, not to be a stabbed homeless guy, by Evan Winter. You understand that in many ways you're very fortunate? What do you mean? You've had access to education and security. You're a white male. There's a great deal of privilege intertwined with nearly everything about who you are. I don't know. I feel an awful lot like a member of a club in name and sight only. I don't have some friend with a cottage. I never participated in any mud-based fitness challenges. And there are no adorable blondes meeting me for blind dates at ironic board game cafes. Those aren't the types of advantages I'm talking about. I know, but they are the types of advantages that education and security make worth having in the first place, aren't they? What would even change if I lived some kind of cart life for $7 an hour? What do you think? I think it would just mean being openly rejected by the types of people who only pretend to accept me now. And that isn't worth something? All I'm talking about is being something but not being a part of it. Coffee? Fruit? Thanks. Have a great day. Checking, debit. It's a weird way to spell checking. Savings, credit, display, all balances. Checking balance $2,938.42. Savings balance 0. Lock balance. Payment overdue. Uh-oh. Credit card. The security of Canadian. Wait, that's right. I was gonna say Canadians. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe checking is spelled different in Canada, though. I know they have different spellings than American. I'm not sitting right next to someone. Why? Well, I can understand. He's avoiding you. What the heck? These people look so creepy. Excuse me. All strangers are entrepreneurs. Hey, I noticed that you made eye contact with me for half a second and then immediately regretted it. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm an effing a-hole. I didn't mean to say that. I'm disgusting. Do I want to talk to you because I sincerely cherish a genuine sense of community and goodwill towards men? Nope. I'm an absolute loser, bothering one stranger after another, an awkward revelation of my own failure. I'm looking for someone to become my downline in a multi-level marketing scheme. I think you ought to change religions. I'm one of those charity people who used to wear an apron so people would know to avoid me. I want to ask you out to coffee or rub your shoulders while the dirty sleeves of my jean jacket infect your pores, and then try to have sex with you before you realize that I'm unemployed. I'm that legitimately horrible and sad person that you could one day be like. The one a dumb story happened to. The one a dumb story happened to. The one who got a DUI and then they found weed in my car. Plus the money I stole from work. My family is dead and I have no friends and I'm desperate for anybody to talk to, even though I have nothing to say and I know that nobody likes me. Or maybe you would like me, but you don't want to know. I'm that weird. Bitter a-hole who barks at cashiers and hits on waitresses and holds up the universe. But I'm a human being and there is nothing I can do to make God stop loving me. Everywhere I go, I tell the few people who can barely stand me the same exact thing. That everyone is just way too uptight about talking to strangers, even though I am exactly the reason that absolutely nobody wants to. Then I say, chill out, or something, or some other extremely dated piece of slang that solidifies me as even more creepy. This is when you realize I'm trying to look at your boobs, okay, or your shoes, or that I don't even have the confidence to meet your eye line, and some type of instinct dawns on you that says, hey, your shoelace is untied. Oh, thanks. Okay, I'll sit here. This is a couch for guests and clients to sit on while they wait to see somebody. It's the only well-kept piece of furniture in the office. Makes sense. This TV is backwards. How are they gonna watch it? I don't know. Looks like they all have TVs. And they're all walking at their desk. There isn't much to say about what I do for a living. We're just like everyone else. Do we work in marketing and finance? For the government, for the people, for good, for evil? Does it matter? No matter what, if we can make money off of it and you ask us if we can do it, we say yes. If you ask us what we do is effective, the middle managers who hired us, whose job security depends on us having been effective, will tell you yes. If you ask us what we do is important, we will point you in the direction of the media channel that makes a living off of reporting on our industry, and they will say yes. A lie that everybody can pay their mortgage with becomes the truth faster than you would believe. But in the end, we're really just a bunch of white people pushing piles of money around in circles, while reality occurs in parts unknown. We go to conferences and the maids break their backs cleaning our hotel rooms. We eat at restaurants while the cooks trip and immolate each in blistering oil. Janitors have heart attacks buffing floors on the graveyard shift for 30 years, and all of this for what? Networking, best practices, leadership. But we don't let anyone into the network, and we don't practice anything, and we don't lead anyone anywhere but someplace effed up, where we get paid and they get. Then everyone goes home and does their job for the same way anyways, doing exactly whatever some boss wants. So who are we and what do we do here? We send emails, we go to meetings, we hope to one day get high enough to become invincible and to be rewarded even when we F everybody and everything up. Sometimes I think, could I go my whole career without doing a single useful material thing? Could a street sweeper eclipse my social utility the day he picked up a piece of gum? I'm too fast on that last one. Is this my desk? You have to come back in 5. I'm just getting ready for a call. Actually, I don't even know why I'm standing here. Where did I put the proposal? I just had it. It was right here last night. I don't have time to look for it. Natasha, I need another copy of the proposal printed out. Please and thank you. I'm busy. Is Jackie here then? I need it for my call. I don't know why I don't have it. It was literally sitting here last night. This is Troy. Nobody likes Troy, including me. But I feel for him. He's married, late 40s or so. Commutes 2 hours from the deep, deep suburbs every day and works on weekends all the time. I can't even imagine the last time he saw the house he spends every day paying for in the actual sunlight. 3 kids, wife doesn't work, and even though he's the most experienced and senior person here, there's always a palpable sense in the air that he would be the first person to wipe down the urinals if the owners told him to. I think about what he might have been like as a younger guy, at his wedding, or one of the other things that makes you feel like the future has a future. Oh, Evan, how are you doing? Hey Natasha, how's it going? Okay. Okay. Talk to you later, I guess. Okay. Nobody knows much about Natasha. She can't really speak English. She does a bunch of our administrative work. She couldn't possibly make very much money, and she has a way of smiling at you that discourages any kind of follow-up questions whatsoever. She looks like she's in her late 40s, but something tells me she might look a lot older than she actually is. It's not that she has some kind of hard chiseled beauty, though. She just looks like she's been through more than she should have. And where they found her, who knows? Hey, message me. Okay. Sorry, it's just too early in the morning to have Natasha glaring at me. Sure, what's up? Nothing. What did you do all weekend? Did you go out? On Friday, yeah. I went to the Jackson right after work until 3 in the morning. Don't remember it, never meant to. Don't start. I'm starting. You live in downtown Toronto, have all the free time in the world, and you go to a sports bar in a chain hotel. Why are you even alive? Smiley face. I don't know. I'm not into this hipster crap. What hipster crap? You mean cool and interesting places? Drinking is drinking. What's the difference between sales convention tourists and people your own age? Is that a serious question? And I am not a hipster, even if saying so proves it. No kidding. Your parents aren't nearly rich enough. If you hate money, I can help you with that. All I'm saying is that the worst thing about nice things are the people who can afford them. Nice things would be better off with you. I don't know, it's just sad. But you love being sad. It's cool to be sad. No, it isn't. It's just sad. I mean, I'm a little surprised you aren't out there going out with all kinds of chicks. Well, for a long time, women really only hurt me. I mean, it wasn't their fault at all. It was really just the natural outcome of somebody who looks like me being interested in them. You aren't, doing too well, huh? You have to understand what it does to a person to warp that emotion for so long, to turn something that is supposed to be beautiful into nothing but a signal of imminent misery. Well, we all know what that can be like. No, I actually don't think that we all do. Most people, they win some, they lose some, and it's all just some effing song on the radio. That's a lot different than knowing for certain that your love is something that is going to hurt people you care about, and that it'll only hurt you too. Still, you've got to try. No, the only thing you've got to try is never feel a thing for anybody, because you don't want to make them feel awkward, and you sure don't want their pity. So what do? Nothing, really. You try to be cool until you can't stand it anymore, and then you just stop talking to them. Boy, you're a real pal. Oh, I know. And believe me, realizing that you can either be a bad guy or a non-guy is the point where you just stop talking to women completely. Oh, so you stop talking to women you're attracted to completely? Well, sometimes you meet somebody and you just don't have a choice. Maybe all that pain just seems worth going through all over again. Maybe you think things will be different this time. No, you know better than that. You just... I don't know. I know it's really stupid and I know it isn't even true, but I really, really love her. Well, we'll be right back after these messages with Evan Winter, the stupid liar. Evan? Sorry, what? Can you come to that meeting tomorrow? What? Oh, sure. Oh, she's all happy. You're too funny. Tori, I try to work. Please be quiet. Sorry, Natasha. Oh no, Evan, you don't worry. Don't you have work to do? She's busy. I'll leave her. Let me know if you need anything. I've seen it all.